had another loss, a tough one to swallow a little bit. Very good team in Western Kentucky. We did some things pretty well and other things not so well. The penalty thing was very disappointing and something that we have got to get straightened out. Of course, Corey, I guess it was late second quarter, right? He is day to day. Probably won't play. He did have a concussion, and we have definite protocol which we revert back to. Those tests that we give every player preseason. And you have to get back to those levels before you get back to the field to practice or attempt to play. So, we got a ways to go with him. I think, we got a lot of confidence in Dion and Anthony, and Dallas Tidwell hasn't played, but is a redshirt freshman who had a really good spring, and so we're trying to make sure that Dion's ready to go and that Dallas stays ready in a situation where he might be needed. So, we got our hands full coming in here with FIU. They're a team that's been, I'm sure they're disappointed in their start or to this juncture, and I know they'll be trying to find a way to get on the winning side themselves, which is what we'll be trying to do. And we're, I guess, 3-3 and 2-2 in the league. Is that right? And a lot of things can happen in the course of this journey. And all of it remains to be seen. So a lot of things. Last year or 2 years ago when we went to the New Orleans Bowl, it was after our last game before we knew that Middle Tennessee had beaten, I guess, FIU, and the championship was a co-championship with 2 losses. So, all is not lost here. We still got some things to play for, and we just got to try to make sure that we don't beat ourselves. Questions?
Coach, not many teams are very confident when their starting quarterback isn't able to play, but you guys feel like you won't miss a beat.
Well, we played Dion Anthony all along, and because we wanted to have a dual threat guy out there, in certain situations, and so it's a good thing we have played him a good bit, because now he goes in and he's at least been in every game, and he does throw the ball pretty well, and he can really run when he pulls it down and takes off. So, and I'm sure we'll have a few things for him to do that where we can read some things and let him determine what the defense is doing, and then either hand it off or keep it or whatever, maybe an option or two. And then, of course, move him around some, let him have some places where he can get out and look downfield, and which but he is a talented guy, and I think he'll work hard to prepare and try to be as good as he can be.
You guys have dropped the last 2 to FIU.
Right.
Let's talk about playing them again.
Well, they really embarrassed us up here 2 years ago, and then of course we went to overtime and lost down there last year. They're a good football team, They're not going to be an easy. It won't be an easy task this week against FIU, but we're gonna try to get us a good plan here, and get ready to play. And, you know, it's a little different kick. You know, it's noon time. You know, I don't particularly but TV rules college football. I have told y'all that over and over again, and they do. I mean, next thing you know, we'll be kicking off at 6 a.m. or midnight or something like that, you know, for somebody's TV show. And which I saw yesterday. I watched a little NFL, and I saw the poor old coach from Cleveland. He let them in his locker room, and there may be a rule you have to let them in your locker room. I'm sort of, as a fellow says, I'm sort of against it. But and then all those talking heads sit there and made fun of him, what he said in the locker room after the game. So if I was him, I would tell him to go straight to you know where, and if they ever got back in his locker room, it would be without a camera or a microphone. So that's a little sidebar, y'all. You know, sometimes you have to have a little comic relief. But anyhow, we'll get back to work. We are off on Mondays, and we'll get back to work tomorrow and try to put together a plan for FIU.
Well, them just having one win, do you think there's a risk of the team overlooking FIU this year?
If they watch this tape I've been watching all morning, they won't overlook it. You know, and I'm not sure. They played 2 or 3 quarterbacks. I don't know whether they've had an injury or what, but it looks like they know who their guy is. And
yeah, they got the Medlock kid back.
Yeah, 12 I think is his number, right? And he looks like he knows. He played against Duke early. I saw that tape this morning, and he's a good player, and so I'm sure they'll be at their best.
I asked you this last week, and you said it was not a must-win game. But now, 0-3 at home, 2 Sun Belt losses. I mean,
Yeah, well,
any more pressure on this one?
There's always pressure on all of them, and most of it is if you're the right kind of person, it's self-induced. You know, I mean, I don't feel any pressure from anybody else. Although there's other people that have my job in their hands if they wanted to, but. I know. This when you lose a couple of games, it stings pretty good. And you don't have to win any game. You know, everybody gets to coach and play, and we're gonna try like heck to win. Because I hate the other thing pretty badly. So, but it may be what's scary is it may be a must win for them. You know, they won one game, and so I think we're gonna get their best shot. So we gotta make sure we prepare well and try to get ready to play and see if we can't beat FIU.
Moving out, you're in the whole time.
So, I mean, it's big shoes to fill when Corey went down. So, I mean, just going through this week's practice, I have to be more focused. And usually I just be focused on certain packages or certain situations Coach put me in for. But now my mindset, like, totally different, knowing that I'll probably play the whole game.
Is there a certain type of package that you want to start the game, like so that you feel comfortable going in? I know that you said after the game on Thursday that there's a couple things you're still not aware of when it comes in terms of the offense. So is there something that'll help you get more comfortable right away? I
mean, I think Coach kind of simplifying the offense a little bit and getting me a few rollout plays, like to get moving in the pocket or whatever, and just some short routes to try to get me in rhythm throughout the game.
What about the morale of the offense right now? Obviously, how's offense feel having to deal with the loss of Corey?
I mean, they totally behind me 100%. So, I mean, they feel like we still have a chance to win even though he's out. So they believe in me, and I feel the same way about all of them. So I think we still have a shot.
What's your comfort level?
I'm pretty good. It's just the offense, certain things. So Coach's going to take a few things out that I'm not used to running. So he's going to simplify it a little more and have me more comfortable out there.
You nervous, excited?
I'm pretty excited. And I mean, everybody else excited. So, I mean, you just have to go out there and perform.
Excited to possibly lead this team to their first home win this season?
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I mean, we've been struggling a lot at home and doing pretty good on the road. So, I mean, it'll be fun just to win the first home game this year.
FIU only has one win. Is that possibly that you can overlook them because they only have one win so far this season?
I mean, because they still have 11 returning starters on defense, so and they lost some close games also, just like we have. So, I mean, I'm not going to put that past the record, past anything. So, they still a pretty good team.
What would it mean to you to win your first start?
I mean, it'd be pretty big. I mean, just to have the fans behind, the team behind me, and we've been struggling at home, so it'll be a big thing.
When Corey went down, what's going through your mind on the sideline, knowing that you got to step up and step in?
Well, at first I thought he was going to come back. I thought it was his shoulder like the previous week, so I thought he'd probably just go in the locker room, get it looked at, and come back. But at halftime, when Coach said it was my time, it's just I was kind of nervous at first, but once I got the first drive out the way, it was pretty good.
You were one of the first 2 or 3 people we were watching. You were one of the first 2 or 3 people out of the locker room at halftime. First thing you did was grab somebody and start throwing. You ever been in that situation before? Well, you had to, get ready and you had to go and you had to perform right then.
I mean, no, it was the first time so that ever happened to me, so I didn't know what to expect, but everybody was behind me, so I think I did pretty good, but I still think we could have did better.
Confidence is the word everyone has to use today, just about you and the confidence in this offense moving forward. But just talk about how this team is pulled together. You think this situation has really united you guys to get, keep going?
Yeah, I mean, like the whole offense, they're talking about like practice and stuff, like going harder and making adjustments and doing better, like as for penalties and stuff like that, trying not to shoot ourselves in the foot like we did the last couple of weeks. So, I mean, I think we coming together pretty good. And this injury with Corey has kind of helped to like build a stronger bond.
Just go ahead and talk about how hungry you guys are. I know you're struggling to get this win at home. Just talk about this week and what it means to this team.
I mean, basically it's just going back to work. I mean, we know what we're capable of doing. I mean, we just ain't put it all together yet. I mean, we playing in spurts. We need to just play a complete game, play Trojan football. I feel like we can go back to work tomorrow and get it done.
Now, this FIU team is struggling this year. The Sun Belt's always competitive, beating you guys the last 2 years coming in. So how important is this weekend?
I mean, the record don't show what kind of team FIU is. FIU is a real good team. Got a lot of speed. I mean, got a lot of talent. Basically, like I said, we're not going to take them lightly. I know they're not going to come in and just lay down for us. They're going to give us their best shot. So basically, it's going to be a good game.
So that team with just one win come in here is not something y'all going to overlook?
No. FIU's a real good team. If we think about overlooking them, we're in with some trouble.
Coach just said Corey probably won't play. What kind of effect do you think that'll have on this team?
I mean, Corey's a big part of our offense and what we like to do. I mean, he orchestrates the offense, but Deion Anthony, he been splitting reps with him in practice, so and he played good in the game, stepped up and made some plays. I feel like, good, you know what I'm saying, shoulder to low and Willis to a win. I'm very confident with him being back there, playing quarterback.
Does that speak to the depth of this team? Of course, not only at the quarterback position, but across the
yeah.
across the board?
I mean, we really deep. That's the thing from this year and last year. I mean, we can. One guy, I hate to say one guy go us down. I mean, got that next man up thing. I mean, got to step up and be ready to play. I mean, like I said, that just go with coaching. I mean, they coaches us up real good. I mean, we got some good guys out there leading. Got some guys out there following. I mean, like I said, we just got to get it done.
When a big change happens like that on a team, is this really important for you guys to rally and pull together as a team?
Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, Corey, I mean, he'll do. I mean, if he really could play, I know he'll go out there and play for us. But like I said, we just got to get this win for him.
You talk about getting it done. Why has this team not got it done at home yet?
Like I said, we just, I mean, a couple plays here and there. I mean, like I said, what's killing us is big plays. We're giving up too many big plays, explosive plays. I mean, we eliminated explosive plays. I mean, we talking difference between being 3-3 right now and maybe 6-0.
Is there a strong level of frustration knowing that you guys haven't won here?
I mean, it's very frustrating, but like I said, everybody knows like, what we're capable of doing. So it's not no time to panic. Like I said, just go back to work and get back to the fundamentals and get it taken care of.